And now the Hansons and Hiatus podcast with Nate and Alexis.
Happy Friday, fuckers. It is episode 160 of the Hansons on Hiatus podcast. I'm your host, Nate, and this is my wife, Alexis.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
And don't forget to support the podcast. buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on Hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers.
We will happily drink them.
I will chug them. You can also visit the merch shop at hansonsonhiatus.com. We got lots of podcast stuff, dog stuff, cat stuff, holiday stuff. Mm-hmm. And by stuff, I mean there's lots of different merch. There's, T-shirts and fanny packs, I think. I don't know.
Socks,
I should
pillows,
check. Yeah.
Magnets, all sorts of weird
Yeah,
things.
Diaphragms.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
So
None
weird.
of those. You can also, at hansonsonhiatus.com, you can become a monthly fucky supporter. For $1 a month, you can be a little fucky. For $5 a month, you can be a medium fucky. And for $10 a month, you can be a big old fucky.
And we love all our fuckies, paid and free.
We sure do. And we want to thank some of our paid fuckies. And I want to thank our newest big old fucky, Russ Green. Who's actually going to be coming down to old Playa del Carmen here soon.
Nice.
He's staying at Casita Hanson.
Awesome. We can't wait to see you, Russ.
Yeah, so thank you, Russ, Adam King, Doug T, Justin, Jose, Sydney, Luis, Manny, Spandex Thor, Brian P, Antonio, Christina, Chrissy, Stephanie, Kimberly, Tom, Miss Nikki D, Melissa, Eric, Lindsay, Jasmine, Jorge, Stephanie, Andrea, Brittany, Jackson, Jared, and Samantha. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you very much.
We
Mucho,
sure
mucho.
do. And as usual, like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus.
We be there.
We be everywhere.
Trying.
We trying. I guess. Let's get to the comments from last episode.
Okay, we have one, I think. Yes.
And if you hear a little squealing, Que Monito is under the table and he's chewing on a bone, but he's squealing at the same time for some reason.
Yeah, I think in delightment.
I think he's just like, this is so fucking good.
He's enjoying a bully
This is
stick
delicious.
and he loves it. We're new to the bully stick game and he's obsessed, so we're very excited about that.
Yeah.
Last episode comment. Nate, did you ever get that fake account kicked off Facebook? That fucker, Josh Gibbs.
Yeah, at first I was like, what's he talking about? But then I remember Josh sent me, you ever, this happened to my mom also, they some people think they get hacked, but it's really just cloning your Facebook. They're just making a new Facebook with your name and then taking some of your pictures off of it. And then that's,
Like,
so somebody did that to me.
This looks like a normal guy.
Yeah, well, I think because some people will just make a whole new Facebook for some reason. Like I have a couple friends that have done that over the years. So I think they go and then they friend your old friends or from your real account, thinking that it's you making a new one. And then I don't know if they use that as a way to get in or, try to scam you or something like that.
Yeah, what's their objective here?
I don't know. I haven't really looked.
Ask you for money or something?
Yeah, maybe they will mess or they send you a link that has, I don't know, some kind of malware or like I said, they just try to hit you up for money. They contact all the old people and be like, Grandma, can I get $20? Please?
Yeah, $20. Click this link. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Good Friday. Happy Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday. It is Good Friday.
It sure is.
Happy Good Friday, fuckies.
It's always a good Friday.
It is. Every Friday is a Good Friday,
Yes.
hopefully.
Yeah, so we were watching that show. What was the show on HBO we were watching? Neighbors. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen this show, it's great. It's like, what is it, like
weird.
6 episodes? Yeah, it is weird. It's like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
And they go through disagreements between two neighbors, whether it's your fence is on my property or, whatever. Que bonito.
He's singing. I think he's singing.
Yeah.
I'm so happy chewing on my bone.
But the last episode is the best one. Do you remember the guy's name? He's this old man, white, longer-ish hair. Kind of looks like Doc Brown a little bit.
Yeah, he could be his brother.
But he lives in California and he's riding his bicycle all over, and exercising in his driveway, but he does it in a thong.
I thought it was just a Speedo at first until he
thong Speedo
turned around. And it is definitely a thong. And he's in good shape for his age, but I don't need to see that.
No.
And children of the neighborhood don't need to see that.
Yeah, so then they send him, and he's a nudist.
Yeah.
And so I think he's, doing everyone a favor by just wearing the thong at least. But then he goes to Florida and he goes to a nudist colony and he's trying to hit up this girl there. And then, I won't spoil it for you, but it's a good season or
Yeah.
what series, I guess.
Series, yeah.
But
Very
yeah,
interesting.
Neighbors on HBO. It's really interesting. So check it out.
Very shocking. Don't
Yeah.
watch it with your kids.
No. But I was also on Instagram this morning, and
Speaking of neighbors.
Yeah, speaking of neighbors. Well, actually, these are, ex-neighbors that are out traveling.
Yeah.
And we have two friends that one is from Uruguay and the other one's from Australia.
Yep.
And first of all, the one in Australia is back there now. And I'm seeing like the beaches and the cities and stuff. And I'm like, what are you doing here? No offense. Like
Why
Playa
are
del
you in
Carmen
Mexico?
is our home.
Yeah.
But usually people that move from, someplace to
Ohio.
here. Yeah, it's like somewhere with no beach, and like we lived in Georgia, which was beautiful, but no ocean. From Iowa and Pittsburgh, no ocean.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to move here when you're moving from somewhere else. But I was just kind of thinking, I was like, I wonder why she's living here when she has all this beautiful stuff. But I guess in Australia, things can kill you.
There's a lot of things that can kill you. It's very expensive. Well, some areas I
Yeah.
hear that are very expensive, and maybe there's just more to it that we don't realize. But it looks gorgeous. I definitely want to go to Australia.
Yeah. Well, and then our other friend from Uruguay,
Mhm.
I was like, I can't remember. We saw a TikTok video, and it was one of those ones where it kind of zooms in and out, and it's just a map, and it talks about all the different
Yeah.
things of the country. This country sounds awesome.
It says it's like the perfect country to live or be from.
Yeah, it's like
perfect.
they've legalized marijuana, gay marriage, abortion.
Everything.
What's the thing where you're like assisted suicide? What's it called?
Assisted
Euthanasia.
suicide? Oh,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know.
They have 95% renewable energy. The country runs on 95% renewable energy, from wind to water to everything. That's highly democratic. It's like one of the most wealthy countries there. They have, I said the legal weed.
Yeah, great.
There have beaches. It's not overpopulated. They don't have corruption really there because, this is, from video, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But
It's much smaller, right?
yeah, but it's
Smaller
like one of the smaller countries. Like I said, like only 3 million people, and it's on the ocean. It sounds fucking awesome.
It looks awesome and sounds
So
awesome.
we got to talk to our friend
Yes.
that's from there and see, why are you here?
Yes, why
Not that,
am I-
like I said, we love where we live,
Mhm.
but it's just funny to see people move from another place that's also beautiful
Yeah.
to hear. And you're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, maybe it's just a different. You.
Sometimes
So-
you get sick of it, like
Yeah,
we lived in Florida for 10 years, and I don't know
Exactly.
if I'd move back to the same place in Florida, maybe somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we got to ask them, and maybe at next episode we'll talk about why they decided to move from one beautiful place to another.
Yeah, we need to get some feedback.
But you were at dinner with my mom the other day,
Mhm.
and there were some guys at the bar. What were they doing or were talking about?
There is basketball, March Madness.
Oh,
There's
gotcha,
basketball
yeah.
on, and we were there. Just had me. I took your mom shopping, and we went shopping all day. Had a girls' day, and then we went.
Ladies' day out.
Little ladies' day, shopping day. It was a long day, so we went to one of our favorite places, Las Hijas, to have their arrachera that we love. Your mom loves that place. So we're just sitting there. That one of the basketball games is on, Texas game, and there's these guys at the bar, a couple of which we knew, but not the ones I'm talking about.
Right.
On the other side of the bar, these guys are just like being all loud and laughing it up and chuckling and, man humor, this pussy
At
and
a
that,
bar,
and blah, blah,
clench
blah.
my pearls.
I know.
Guys laughing and talking at a bar.
They were having a good old time. They
Yeah.
were being a little loud, but all the patrons could hear, and everybody's looking at them like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, there's a
We're-
level for sure.
and they're saying different words, and there's families there. There's kids and family. I don't know if they can speak what they were speaking, but they just started saying like pussy and talking about girls and all these different things, and we're just sitting there like clutching our pearl, like, oh my, I'm sitting here eating my arrachera, and you're just yelling about all this stuff.
Yeah, and it's not technically. They have a bar, but it's a restaurant.
Right.
It's not like it's a dive bar or something like that where
Yeah.
that might be kind of acceptable.
Yeah, I guess so. And our one neighbor that was there, he said that these guys are regulars. They're always there. They're very annoying. And they scared all the women away from the bar. There used to be regular women that would show up there. And I guess they don't come anymore because, sorry, I kicked you.
Oh no, it's fine. I thought it was game on
Playing footsies. Woohoo. they don't come to the bar anymore because of
Oh,
these
really?
gentlemen. So they're just being crude and rude and like yelling about the game and then talking about
Yeah.
women. I can get any woman. I'm talking to this woman and blah blah.
And
blah,
they're
blah,
probably
blah.
like 70 or something.
I don't know what women were interested in them.
Yeah.
Just by the looks of them, they looked a little toasty and I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what do you do? Do you, like, in that situation, I mean, I don't know what you guys did, but like, do you say something to the waiter? Do you say something to them, or do you just ignore it as best you can?
We just ignored it and chalked it up to
Yeah.
they're at the bar. We're eating kind of close to the bar. It's Mexico. It was,
Yeah.
late
I would,
at night.
yeah, I would say if you guys had like kids or something with you,
Yeah.
you might be able to be easier.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, if you say something to them, they're going to say something dick
Oh, yeah.
back.
I mean,
'Cause-
Kate Monito was there with us,
Yeah.
so I could have been like, pipe down, my son is with us.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Shoot. Well, yeah. So what ended up happening?
We didn't say anything.
You didn't say anything.
They were still there being drunk, and then something else. I can't remember what happened. No, I was messaging back and forth with our neighbor, and he was just like, "Ugh, these guys." We had our dinner and we left. We didn't mouth off to them at all.
No. Well, that's probably the safest way to
Yes.
go about it. Yeah. Well, yeah. So my parents are gone. They've left Mexico back to the, I don't know if it's warm or cold. No, actually, I talked to my dad today. It's not super warm there. It was like, I guess last week or the week before it was like 30 degrees. It was snowing, and then the next day it was 80 and sunny. So
Oh,
it's like
that's
kind of
spring.
going back and forth. Yeah.
Spring is springing.
Yeah. So they left Tuesday.
Yeah.
I believe.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, what is today? Thursday? Friday?
Today's
Well,
Friday.
Yeah, today's Friday. Yeah,
They-
shit. Yeah. Happy
left
Friday,
a
fuckers.
couple days ago.
Yeah.
We're
Uh,
still tired.
Yeah. So before they left, last week, I wanted to spend a little time with each of them because we've kind of,
course.
like we do our own thing when we're here, but then we still like spend time with them because, it's like I haven't lived at home, I don't know, since for like 20 some years or something.
Yeah.
So, and, I've lived in Florida and Georgia and stuff. So, I mean, we would see them for like the summer for a little bit or Christmas, but it's kind of nice in their older years. I get to spend some time with my parents. Usually when you're in your 40s, you don't get to see your parents unless you live nearby them.
Oh yeah, I
So-
haven't seen my parents in a few years, so
Yeah. So yeah, true. Well, no, actually you saw them like 2 years ago.
a couple years ago. But yeah, I'm used to seeing them at least like once a year, maybe. But
Yeah. But your mom's coming down, so that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So before they left, I said, let's do like a dad day or like a father Sunday and then a mother Sunday,
Yep.
So I took them to do two different things. So on last Thursday, my dad loves to snorkel. And he's always like, can I bring my snorkel? It's like, Dad, we're going to the pool. You don't need your snorkel.
You could.
Yeah, so
but maybe weird.
so he likes Escaret, so that's one of the eco parks down here. And so we brought our snorkels there, just him and I, brought some beers and some food,
Snackies.
some crackers and cheese and
Yeah.
stuff. And then I just took him for a whole day of fun in the sun, basically.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, so we went there, and I'm thinking, okay, he wants to snorkel. And we don't normally snorkel there for, like really at all.
Yeah.
Because it's a smaller area, and it's a lot of times there's a lot of kids and stuff. But I was like, we'll suck it up and, do just so he can get some snorkeling in without having to go over to Cozumel or
And it'd be
something.
an easier snorkel venue for him.
Right,
So
yeah.
you're
It's
not,
like you
out
can-
in the ocean.
Yeah, you can touch the bottom.
Yeah.
There's like fish and stuff. It's a little cove. So we're snorkeling around, and he's kind of following me, and I'm taking him around the perimeter. And then I go back to check on our stuff just to make sure it's good, And he comes back, and he's like, "Did you see that stingray?" I
Oh
was
my
like,
god.
"No, what stingray?" And he was like, "There's a big stingray over there." And I'm like,
How big?
yeah, like I snorkel a lot and swim a lot and stuff, so I would not be surprised if it was like just some little baby one or something like that. I went over there. I was like, let me go look. So I snorkel on over there. It's like
Oh my
probably like 5-6
Oh
feet
my
wide. I mean, it was a
God.
fucking huge, like the size of the hood of a car,
Where
basically.
did he come from?
I don't know. I mean, it was just, I think it was further out in the ocean, and it was snorkeling up next to, because there's like kind of a barrier, but it's just for seaweed, like things can go underneath it. So
Oh,
I only
I
saw it
gotcha.
underneath there. So it
Oh.
was, maybe it was coming in looking for some fish or whatever the fuck they eat. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. But so yeah, I went and saw it, and he was like, holy shit. And
Was he scared?
no, I mean, he said it startled him, but he has his camera, like his GoPro on his snorkel mask.
Oh yeah.
But you got to keep your head all the way like down, but he keeps looking kind of like straight out. So then the GoPro lifts out. So I kind of doubt that he got it, like,
Maybe,
you know, but yeah, so I'll have to ask him. But but 25 minutes, he's done. He was like, okay, I'm good. I don't think I need to snorkel anymore. And I was like, okay. So
maybe it was the stingray.
Yeah, maybe. So we went and sat at some chairs and had some beers, and then he passed it. He fell asleep for a while, and I went and swam some more. And then there's these different like kind of photo op spots, and you know the ones that I've taken of you with like the butterfly wings behind you, so it looks like you're a butterfly.
Yes.
So there's a kid sitting there getting a photo, and he's like, "You want to get a photo there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take one of you." And then the kid gets up,
pretty butterfly.
yeah, and then I'm like, he's like, "Oh well, let's get a selfie." And I was like, "Well, it doesn't really work like that.
Yeah.
Like these are butterfly wings, like." You know, whatever.
One person.
Yeah, one person. He's like, no, let's get. I was like, no. Let me just take a picture of you. And so I take one of him, and then I show him the photo. And he's like, oh, that's what those are. He didn't get like
wings.
The wings were supposed to look like you're a butterfly.
You have wings.
Yeah. And then when we went to the buffet at the end of the night, remember when? What did we? Oh, it was his meal that he ordered wrong. Or, you know, that the waiter, like last episode, where the waiter thought that he said fettuccine.
It happened at Ashkaret too.
Kind of, but this one was my fault more.
No.
So, like with the buffet, you get one free beer.
Poor Mark.
And over at the bar, behind the bar, there's a big Corona sign. So, and you know, you always get the beer in a glass.
Yeah.
Because it's draft. And so when we sit down, you know, the buffets, everything's included, unlimited juices and sodas and stuff, but you get one free beer. Yeah. So we sit down. He's like, "What do you want to drink?" And I was like, "Oh, we'll each have the Corona." And he's like, "Okay." And he comes back, and it's 2 bottles of Corona. And I'm like,
"Come on,
fuck!" And then at the end of the meal or whatever, I was like, "Were these beers included?" And he's like, "Oh no, those are, you know, not the free ones."
You're the worst.
I know.
Worst servers ever. Come on, say something. Like oh, by the way, you get a free beer. Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, but they're going to get a bigger tip if, you know, the total is more. So
I'm going to get no tip if you charge me for my
And it was
Corona.
my fault because I just ordered Corona. Like I should have said, "Hey, is this one free or whatever?" But on the bright side, we got another free beer because it was included.
It wasn't another free beer.
Yeah, I mean, we got the second one, but it actually wasn't too bad. It was like 80 pesos or something, so like $4, $4 or $5.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad.
That's so funny.
But yeah, just so you know, the Corona is not included in the buffet.
No,
I feel like it used to be Corona on draft. Maybe it's like Dos Equis or Modelo now or
it's
something.
Dos Equis,
Yeah. So
Dos Equis.
yeah. So since I took my dad on a father-son day trip, then I had to take my mom.
Of course.
So a mother-son day. So I'm like, what are we gonna do? And since we went to Xcaret with my dad to snorkel, I'm thinking, okay, let's do something my mom would want to do. So we went to this Cachet Hotel, has a pool. We got a bucket of beer. There's a band playing country music.
Perfect.
We're swimming in the sun. Couple margaritas. We get an appetizer. She barely ate any of it. I ate most of it because she's like, "I'm not hungry," you know.
Never.
No. So then we said, "Oh, I got to go next." This was last Friday. Got to go to El Arbol de la Diez to do my beer chug. So we go over there. We have a beer, and then they give us a shot of mezcal. And it's like maybe 2-3 by this point, and we have not really eaten anything.
Oh my god!
So after we leave there, my mom's like, "Let's go to this shop that I want to go to." And we're walking over there, and she starts like walking the opposite way. And I was like, "Hey, like, what are you doing? Are you okay?" And then she comes back, and she's like kind of like wobbly, like she's like dehydrated from being in the sun and not eating anything or anything like that. So I'm like carrying her, like, you know, I got her by the arm, and we start walking, and I'm like, we need to get some food. So we stop into this hamburger place, and we're eating a hamburger and fries.
Yummy.
Yeah, just enjoying ourselves, cooling off a little bit because it was so hot out.
So hot.
And then we're walking back to the apartment, and I got her by the arm, and we go up this curb through the park. And she's like, "Oh, I lost my sandal," because she kind of tripped up the curb.
Cinderella.
Yeah. we kind of back up a little bit so she can scoop her like little sandal on there, and then we continue to walk, and we're almost home. And she goes, "My sandal feels really slippery," and I'm like, "Slippery?" I'm like, "What? You step in something?" And I look down, gushing blood.
Oh no. Her
She,
foot?
yeah, she must have stubbed her toe when we were going up the curb, gushing blood.
Poor Jackie.
And so then here I come back to the apartment, just had a fine and dandy day with Dad, and then I bring Mom back and she's dehydrated, like sweating, and she's bleeding everywhere, and everybody's like, "What did you do?"
I had her for 12 hours the day before. You were gone for like 4 or 5 hours, and she's bleeding and dehydrated. Oh my God.
Number one rule in Mexico when you're walking, always look down.
Mr. Sidewalk, why you trying to kill me? 1 second it's just fine, let's suck us up to your knee.
Always. Oh my God.
But yeah, she had like stubbed the top, like the top end off of her toe, the tip, the top end,
Tip end.
just the tip.
Just the tip of the toe. We all had toe issues while your parents were here.
Yeah.
Your mom cut her toe. Your dad, I don't know, broke his toe or something.
He stubbed it.
Oh, I thought he said he thinks he broke it. And
Oh
then,
yeah, but I mean, like he stubbed it on something, like
oh, yeah.
just ran it into something. Like
And
I
then-
think it was one of the chairs up at the roof.
Oh gosh, those will hurt.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then mine too. Walking K Monito, my it's still purple.
Yeah, what did you do?
I hit it off a motorcycle.
Of course.
I was walking K Monito and I tripped a little bit, and then my foot, I like swung it around and it hit the tire of one of the scooters outside. And it hurt worse than hitting off a coffee table or something. I was like outside, like, ee! And then I thought I broke it and didn't, like, hobbled the whole rest of Tiger, K Monito's walk. And it's not broken, but it's purple.
That's good. Good deal.
I can move it.
Yeah. So that was Friday.
That's fun.
And then Saturday we had plans to go to our friend Marlo's, her pool party. She was having I guess it was just us. It was Yumi and my parents, and then our friends from Cozumel were supposed to come over, but they were a little under the weather, so they didn't make it.
Everybody's getting sick again lately with all the weather change.
Yeah, true. And there's a lot of people. It's spring break, so there's a lot more people in town, and then it's also Easter week, so yeah. So we go over there. She makes all this delicious food. The dogs are playing, and we were worried about bringing K Monito over because her dog is also somewhat a puppy, and she said she was in heat. No, she said she was on her period. Mm-hmm. And then she talked about, and they wanted to like leave them together in the house while we went to the pool. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea because he's not fixed yet and she's not fixed yet.
Yeah.
And
she was off her period.
Yeah, she was off her period at this point.
Yeah.
But then we were talking about being in heat, and I was like, no, I mean, all of us are like, none of us have kids, and we're all kind of dogs, stupid in the reproduction area. And we're talking, what is being in heat for a dog? Because she was like, well, she can't get, pregnant. She's off her period. And I was like, I don't think you get pregnant on your period. I think you can, but I don't think that's like how it happens.
Yeah.
Like having your period and being in heat aren't the same thing, right?
I guess it's part of it. No, in heat is like your whole menstrual cycle, but sometimes you're on your period.
But then... What?
Yeah, but she was on her period for like a month too.
I'm going off of 8th grade and high school sex ed. Yeah. From what I understand, when you have your period, it's like your body shedding the inner lining of the uterus and the eggs, right? Or like not all the eggs, but like the one that had dropped to be ready to be fertilized. The period is like cleaning that junk out and then getting ready for the next one.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know anything. I don't have kids, so apologies, guys. But I would assume when you are on your period that it'd be harder to get pregnant because the egg and everything is being flushed out of the body.
I think
is
that's
that the
like
same thing
the
as heat?
Myth, but I think women and female dogs are a little different. I don't know how.
Well,
but
the
I think
period
it's
is
different.
the same purpose, no?
True. Yes.
Okay.
No. Yes. Yes, it is. I think we need to look it up.
Yeah, I think so too. So I guess I don't really know. I know what being in heat is. It's like actually, when you used to do that, like the app thing that like tracked everything, isn't there like a time where they say like you're the most fertile or whatever?
Yeah.
But when was that? It was like after your period or right before it?
I don't remember, man. I'm dealing
Oh,
with
geez. You've only had a period your whole fucking life.
I'm trying to see what's the
How long have you been having that vagina over there?
Oh, my God. Dogs in heat differ from human menstrual periods because they are fertile and bleeding to start a pregnancy, not shedding lining because they didn't get pregnant. Does that make sense?
No. But why would you? What is bleeding if they're not expelling the
They
inner
only
lining?
have their period twice a year.
Oh, it sounds like a fucking miracle. Should sign up.
I'm not reading the rest of it.
Yeah, please don't. Yeah, I'm sure somebody can tell us. If anybody
Yeah.
knows more than us, because we're idiots. I'm not saying you can't get pregnant on your period, but I don't think
Right.
that is the time to get pregnant. I feel like that's
Right.
like before or after like the main time where you could get pregnant.
I would agree.
Yeah, but I don't know what in heat is. I thought it was just like they're just horny, like
And
Que Monitos
And
humping
didn't we
shit.
look this up when we were there? I just asked ChatGTP. Yes, female dogs can and often do get pregnant if they mate while in heat.
Yeah, isn't that the point? I thought in
Okay.
heat meant like that. That's when.
How about not in heat? We should
I don't
look
think
this
that's
up
even what
before.
we're asking. I think we're asking.
No, a dog cannot become pregnant if she is not in her heat cycle.
Okay.
Estrus, it's called.
Well, how long does the cycle last?
I
Is it
don't-
2 6-month-long cycles, or is it like a week?
3 weeks, which lasts roughly 3 weeks.
Okay, but like, does it have anything to do with the period? Like, can they? Is it more unlikely? Like humans, like I've heard you can get pregnant on your period, but like, is it more unlikely or mostly unlikely?
Sometimes they're in silent heat. Confused timing. Of
Oh, that's my favorite band.
Obviously bleeding or spell. So yeah, I don't know. Never had a female dog. I'm not sure.
Well, anyway, if anybody knows any of this stuff, let us know. If anybody has had kids and or dogs that have had children.
Yeah, we don't
Let
have
us-
children. This is why we don't have children.
Yeah, exactly. We're idiots. Oh shoot. Okay, well then that was Saturday. Had a great time there at our friend's place. And then on Sunday we
We can't get pregnant on our period, but the possibilities are very low.
that's what I said.
Probabilities. Yeah,
Okay.
but you can.
But
Confirmed.
but that is not the only time that you can get pregnant as a dog though, right? That's I guess what I'm asking is
Yeah, I don't
because
know.
she
It's
kind
not
of made
very
it sound
clear.
like that. I don't think anybody knows. That's why there's so many fucking stray dogs out there.
That's what
Nobody
I'm-
knows what's going on.
That's what we were saying. There's so many stray dogs out there. There's no way that they're hitting on the mark. You know.
Oh, they
even
can
though-
smell it though, don't they? Like
True.
release a pheromone or something? Because
And it is
I've
3 weeks. That's a long
yeah,
time.
I've seen videos of people posting in like the dog groups in Playa saying like, "Can somebody help this female dog?" Because they're like she's in heat and like 6 like male stray dogs are following her around just gangbanging her.
Oh God.
So they're like, "Please help her," because like I mean they can get
Okay, yeah.
aggressive, you know.
No, dogs cannot become pregnant when they are not in heat.
But what is in heat? Is it the same? It's not the same thing as a period, correct? Let's move on. We're
Yeah,
we're not getting the answer. Somebody tell us. We're
There's a
idiots.
lot. There's like bullet points and things. It seems like very stressful. How are any dogs getting pregnant?
But yeah, Sunday
Yep.
we were
Sunday
we
fun.
decided to go to brunch and had some friends come.
Mhm.
And we went to the Admiral. So if you're ever in Playa del Carmen, Admiral has a great brunch. They got a pool table. They got inside seating with air conditioning.
Very affordable brunch.
Yeah. So, and then you get 90 minutes unlimited drinks. And you get like, what is it? Mimosas, beers, screwdrivers, salty dogs,
Cape Cod.
greyhounds.
I don't know.
Sounds like we're like just
Cartagena.
naming off a weird
Yeah.
Greyhound, Blue 42, Salty Dog.
Keep dog. No.
Oh shoot! But yeah, so we went there, really delicious. And then we went to our friend John and Carla's pool afterwards.
Yes, very nice pool.
Yeah, really nice pool in Playa del Car. And there was this girl there, Asian lady, came in.
Asian lady.
Well, we were all like, this pool is ginormous.
Uh-huh.
We're all kind of in like one area, almost the kiddie area. And then this Asian lady comes and she has those cupping marks all over her back.
Oh yeah,
You know, like
it
the
looks very
bruises.
painful.
Yeah, we
Oof.
did those at the radio station in Atlanta.
I remember you had those marks for a while.
Yeah, and she had them all over her back, and then she's doing like Cirque du Soleil type shit. Like,
Yoga.
no, that was not yoga. That was not yoga. She's like putting like her leg over her head, and then standing on one hand by the pool, and then she's like putting her head between her legs and her legs over around her neck, just like all these. That is not yoga. And then, do you know what she was doing?
Well, I don't know the names. I'm not a yoga instructor. Let me.
No. I mean, like what she was actually. So I talked to John and Carla, and she said, "Oh, she does Cirque du Soleil. That's what she does."
Oh, wow.
But it was weird that she was doing it like right by us. Like,
But they're friends, right? Or no?
yeah, but they weren't talking to each other.
Oh.
She was just doing her exercise. I just thought it was interesting and odd that like we're friends, but if I was doing something at the pool, I probably wouldn't do it like right next to you. I don't know. It's just weird. Like if I was going to go do like Taibo or something, I'm not going to be like, hey guys, how you doing? You guys having a good time?
We are showing our age today. So
What,
funny.
Taibo still exists, doesn't it?
It does. I think it's making a comeback. I saw it on TikTok. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
My mom still
Yoga's
has.
older than Taibo, old lady.
I
Come
know.
on.
Well, yeah, yoga's ancient. But I thought they were friends, and I just thought she's like, oh, I'd rather do yoga safely by my friends instead of by myself where some creeper could come talk
Number
to me.
one, I wouldn't do it at the pool. If I was
Yeah.
like practicing something, some kind of like athletic thing, I wouldn't go to the pool to do it, right? Like wouldn't you go into the gym
Yeah.
or like your yard or something? Or...
I personally wouldn't, but maybe she's like, oh, I need more practice of doing these weird things in front of a crowd or
True.
in front of
That's a
people.
good point.
Maybe she was working on her. Maybe she's new to Cirque du Soleil. And
Yeah.
she's trying to get comfortable.
She's new.
a noob.
Oh shoot! So that was our weekend. Good time.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Eventful enough.
It was. I'm fucking tired. That's why I slept for like 2 days because I did a whole day Thursday,
Yeah.
whole day Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
We usually don't go out on Sundays.
No,
We
I usually don't go on Thursdays either.
Yeah.
But
It's been it was fun though. I'm glad you do like mother son.
yeah, I thought
father-son
it
things.
worked well because initially me and my mom, my dad's pescatarian, so he doesn't eat meat, and so we always kind of have difficulty picking a place to go to dinner. So I was like, where do you want to go? We can go anywhere. We can go to a fucking steak place. We can go to barbecue or whatever. And then we ended up getting too hammered and
Didn't eat it all.
No, we went got smash burgers.
Smash
So
burgers, that's
it turned out okay.
We got smash burgers.
Smash burgers. Yeah, but speaking of dinners, our last dinner for my mom's birthday, before the night before they left,
Her
we-
favorite place.
yeah, Quinta Paria, and we were there. We brought Que Monito,
We did.
and the way it's situated is it has like an outdoor not even patio, an outdoor area.
Yeah.
Basically, the tables are like on the sidewalk, kind of
Yep.
in between these benches, and so we're sitting out there with Que Monito, and you got him all set up.
Mhm.
You got his little rug down and everything, and
We sit outside because we have a dog.
Right.
We're out there being respectful.
so we're sitting there, and then what happened initially? Like, what did she say something to you first, or did you just say, "Oh, he's okay," or something like that? Like I heard you say that, like, "Oh, he's
Well,
fine."
These people I guess these people were trying to walk around us to go to an empty table because the walking path, they had two giant fans on the patio because everybody, it's fucking hot.
Right.
So that was in the way. So they're walking around our table the wrong way towards Fifth around to this other table. And she scared Que Monito. This lady's walking around and he's sitting there tied to the pole, doing his little chewy bone, doing his own thing. And then she comes around and he goes, ugh, it like barked or something. And she was like, ah, like,
Yeah, I don't think he
terrified.
even barked because I didn't hear that. I just saw the lady.
He
Like I
kinda,
think he just stood up.
Yeah, maybe he just sat up, but I thought he made a noise and she was like, ugh, like terrified of him. And I looked, I was like, oh, it's okay, or he's okay. And she was like, well, I'm not okay. I don't trust dogs. Did she say I don't trust dogs?
Yeah,
I
or
don't
something
tr-
like that.
I don't trust dogs. And I was like, well, you can walk around.
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, "You can go around."
Yeah, walk around. There's not much space you're getting
Yeah.
through there
It-
anyway.
And to be clear, this was not a walkway.
No.
Like this was like squeezing in between the benches and the tables.
Yeah, your dad was beside me. Que Monito was in the middle of us. She would have had to like scoot behind your dad's chair to even like get around because, like you said, there's benches lined up against Fifth Avenue. So I was like, you can walk around. And she looked at me like clutch pearls, like, ah. Like I told her to fuck off and get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
she
here. I
was like,
hate you. She was like, ah. And I'm just, what's the problem?
Yeah.
Like, you're disrupting my son. I'm eating my dinner. Go.
Yeah. And we maybe said it a little snotty, like, "Well, you can walk around."
Well, it was her
But-
face and tone.
Well, that's what I was gonna say is we maybe said it like that, but the reason we said it like that because usually, so you said, "Oh, he's okay." Like
Yeah.
usually people are like, "Is he friendly?
Yeah.
Am I
They
going
wanna-
to disturb him?" And we're saying, "No, he's not aggressive or anything like that.
They
He's
usually
okay."
come up and want to pet him or talk to him.
Yeah.
So honestly, I thought that's what she was doing at first. I'm like, I'm eating my dinner and you're coming to pet my dog.
Yeah. And she was like, when she said, you said, "Que Monito, he's okay," and she
Yeah.
said, "Well, I'm not." That's when I think we got a little
Yeah.
ticked off
On her
because
face, she was like, well, I'm not. I don't trust dogs. I was
Yeah.
like,
And then we're like, well, you can fucking go around
You
then.
can get out of here.
But the only reason we said it like that was because the way that she responded to us.
Yeah.
You know, you could have just walked around or whatever. And no offense, we're fucking sitting down eating dinner. Y'all are walking in. I'm not moving for you.
No.
But it did look bad because when we were about to get ready, the other table next to us, the lady was in a wheelchair. They asked us if we could move, and we all stood up and moved our chairs. You know,
Oh, yeah.
No,
Well,
but
if that
but it
lady-
was funny because like we did all that, and she's probably like, "Yeah, see, they could have moved."
Well, we all literally all had to get. Well, you and your
Yeah.
mom had to get up, move the chairs because they had that again the giant fans there, so it was obstructing the walkway. She could have said, "Oh, excuse me, we need to get around to our table," and I would have held him and been like, "Okay, no problem," or something, or just excuse me.
Or they could have done none of those things. If I was walking through there and I saw there was a table of people and the dog was blocking the walkway, I would have just walked around the bench because the street was open. Like you could have just walked around the bench and walked over to your table. It's not like there's a wall there or anything.
I know. I probably have a picture of it too. It was your dad, me, Kay Monito, a light pole, and then a bench. You ain't getting through there anyway, lady.
Yeah.
I don't know where you thought you were going to go. You either need to go through the restaurant and back out, or you need to go on Fifth and, or shimmy around the fan like everybody else has been doing.
And I think also she said walking away, didn't she under her breath say like, Canadians?
She goes, more Canadians. And I was about to go, I'm a fucking American, bitch. And then I was like, no, you can think that.
Yeah.
No.
But what was the point of that? Like Canadians are known to be super nice.
Right?
So like what did that even
She
mean?
looked at her first, she's like, ugh, more Canadians. I'm like, what Canadians are you meeting with an attitude? Because every Canadian I meet is super nice.
Yeah, that's right. That was you. And then we went to, where did we go? I can't remember what we were doing, but we were walking back to the house. It might have been afterwards. We were walking back and, it was breakfast. I think the next day we were eating breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
And we were walking back and.
Same lady.
No, same lady. No, this one girl, I see her, and there's like a family walking towards us on the street. And then I see one girl go, whoa, like that, and just spit up a little bit of like mouth stuff out of her mouth. And my mom keeps walking. She's going to walk through these people. I was like, Mom, walk around this way.
Walk around.
And then
You're
this
gonna
girl
get
just sat down and goes, and she was just hurling. Like I've never seen a girl puke like that at fucking 9 a.m.
right in front of Aldo's.
Yeah.
Right. We walked by and I was like, what the? Oh,
yeah.
I've been there, done that.
Is that the Al Pastor sherbet?
She looked like, this is my last excursion. I'm hungover and drank too much last night and everything terrible.
Yeah. So I've been there. But I haven't seen that in a while.
No.
You know, like being so drunk the next day, you're like throwing up because you're just queasy and stuff.
Yeah.
Like this is the place that happens because it's vacation. But like I haven't seen that
You
in a
see
while.
puke piles every now and
Oh
again.
yeah,
on the
you do
street.
see them, but I haven't seen it in fucking action.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
no, you were excited.
Yeah, I wasn't excited, but I was just like, whoa, like I didn't know, like I was not expecting somebody to be like hurling at
What
9
if you
a.m.
wouldn't have stopped your mom? The chick would have thrown up on your mom.
Oh yeah, and then she would have complained about it.
Oh my God. Well, I
I mean, I
would
would
have
too. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
So
God.
that was our weekend.
That was fun.
But this weekend, well, this whole week is Semana Santa, which is the Holy Week. So it's Holy Week. So this is the biggest travel day in Mexico, or a travel week in Mexico. A lot of people go on vacations.
Crazy.
And where do you go on vacation in Mexico? Our area.
The beach.
So it's going to be super busy all weekend. But we're trying to figure out what to do for Easter. And I was trying to figure out, we're like so out of like the holiday loop,
Yeah.
I guess. You know, like what we used to do and stuff we don't really do here. You know, like for Thanksgiving we still make dinner, you know, make a Thanksgiving dinner, but then we go up to the pool, and then Christmas Eve we go to Xcaret, we do the buffet there. But Easter, and we've been down here for fucking 4 Easters, but I was trying to think, what do you normally eat for Easter? Because I mean, obviously ham,
potatoes, corn,
so is it just
green beans.
Is it just spring Christmas? Or?
I think so. Well, Christmas you might have a turkey and a ham.
Yeah.
This is just ham. And
But-
why is Easter ham?
Because isn't it like Good Friday you can't eat meat,
Oh, that makes
and
sense.
then Easter like you can start eating meat again? So they're like,
Oh.
bring out the ham.
Oh, I gotcha. Let's eat the worst meat.
Yeah,
for
is it like
you.
Lent is over or something? Actually, let me look up.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know religion. We don't know children, and we're happy.
Yeah.
We're happy like that. But yeah, I think I can't remember what we've done past Easters, I know it usually falls on the 20th of April, so we usually have some type of party, but this year it's just on this Sunday.
Yeah, how do they swing so much? Like the Easter date.
Yeah.
You know, it was like last year it was on 420 and this year it's on what, the 5th or something
And
like
the year
that?
before it was like in March, and then sometimes it falls on.
Yeah, like how does it swing 2 weeks?
I don't know. You got to look that up too.
Yeah.
And then Orthodox Easter sometimes falls on American Easter, and then sometimes it doesn't. And I guess this year it's the following week. So back to back Easters, baby.
You know, yeah. So I don't know. It seems like mainly this, because like a Good Friday, like today, you're supposed to eat fish, right? Like it's like no meat or whatever.
Okay,
It says eating ham on Easter is a long-standing tradition, primarily rooted in agricultural timing. Because pigs were slaughtered in the fall and cured through the winter, the meat was ready to eat by early spring, making a natural choice for Easter feast before the modern refrigerator. So,
okay.
I thought it was like some. I mean, maybe it's rooted in that
So
as
we
well.
don't even have to eat ham. We can do whatever we
I
want. We
wanna
could eat
eat ham.
tacos.
I want to eat ham.
Okay. What ham?
We could have ham tacos.
Ham is really big here. Oh, I do remember. Was it last year or the year before? All of us were looking for ham, and there was like no ham. Maybe it was 2 years ago, because then last year people did find ham, but no one could find ham a year ago.
Maybe I always thought it was turkey. We've always had a hard time finding turkey.
That too,
But this year they've started to get turkey now. I mean, like they've always had the big turkeys in the grocery store, but now they're starting to get the big like legs of turkey.
I
Which
just
maybe
want like
we'll
the
do.
little butterball breast of turkey,
See,
because not everyone has ovens here.
I know. Well, that's what I want to do. We got our little crock pot. I want to get a little tiny ham, and then cook it in the crock pot.
We do like ginger ale and cloves and pineapple slices or something.
Oh, in the ham?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we lived in Altamont Springs in Florida, and I did that pineapple like glazed ham in the crock pot?
Oh,
Do you remember that?
Maybe
Maybe
yes,
not.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I don't remember my
Yeah.
American life.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments what you guys normally eat for Thanksgiving, and then we got to ask our other friend that might be coming with us, Fernando. He's Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
What do Mexicans eat? Because
Indeed,
I mean, a lot of them are Catholic, so they celebrate Easter or Christian or whatever.
Sure.
So like, what do they eat? Because I doubt they eat mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and buttered rolls and stuff.
Probably they like ham too. Mexicans love ham.
Ham
Ham
empanadas.
maybe some esquites, elotes,
true.
something like that. A vegetable.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. Yeah, for sure. We'll have
let's
to
look.
ask all our Mexican friends.
Mexican Easter dishes.
Oh my gosh. It's gonna be like chorizo or something crazy.
Traditional Mexican Easter dishes often center on seafood, fresh vegetables, and specific seasonal desserts, like capriotada, spiced bread pudding, stuffed chilies, shrimp ceviche, dried cod, and
So more fish.
yeah.
Maybe they're still keeping Good Friday going all weekend.
They do lentil soup, stuffed poblano peppers, lamb. They do lamb.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Okay. I'm in.
Mole, mole poblano, chili verde,
What are we
cheese
doing?
enchiladas.
What are we doing today for Good Friday? Gotta party it up.
I don't know. What do you want to do? Fish sandwich?
Eat some fish.
Go to McDonald's, get a fish sandwich?
Why
My
not?
dad's been asking for that every year, and it's like, they don't have fish sandwiches here, even though they should.
Yeah,
but
you think
McDonald's
they
doesn't
would.
have a fish sandwich.
That means it's really bad if they don't have it here.
Yeah.
It's really bad for
They're like, we
you.
can't ship in those frozen patties.
Yeah, we make them fresh here.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what your Easter dishes are. We're stuck at ham. For
Yeah.
now.
Ham. We
Yeah.
should just eat ham by the pool. Ham
Yeah.
and beer.
All right, let's get to an Airbnb horror story.
Broken glasses, poop in the bed, missing doorknob. You know it's time for Airbnb horror stories.
That was a good one.
Poop in the bed.
Oh God, I love. That's my favorite part.
All right, what do you get?
Yeah, Airbnb horror stories. Real quick, again, if you're looking to rent an Airbnb in Blue Ridge, Georgia, greenacorngetaway.com. That's my Airbnb there. And then the ones in Tulum are Linktree/Riviera Retreats if you need to see any of those.
And the link tree for the Tulum ones are in the description
Yes.
of this
Okay.
episode. So just look down there. It should be right there.
Click
I
it.
might have put the Acorn Getaway also, but that one's pretty easy to remember.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the other one, the linktr.ee/Riviera Treats. I don't know. We need to get a URL.
We need a new one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Whoever at Linktree decided to make it like that, shame on you.
Shame.
Anyway, I got 2 short ones. We could just do 1 or 2. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see what you want. The first one, I'm calling this the special guests of Georgia because they are going to be our special guests. This woman reached out that her and her husband are coming and 2 service dogs, which has happened before. We have a lot of guests with service dogs. Fun fact with Airbnb, if you have a service dog and you have the proper paperwork and document license, all that good stuff for them, your pets stay for free. If the Airbnb host charges a pet fee, which most do, and you have a service dog, they don't have to pay the pet fee. So that's really nice. I mean, it should be that way, I guess.
They each have a service dog?
They each have a service dog because they both have. I will tell you what's going on.
Okay. I was just thinking, I'm like, oh, that's crazy. Like, I wonder if one's better than the other. Like, are they like having 2 cars in the garage? And like, no, you take Marley today. I'm going to keep Bobby here.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so funny. Yeah, I think you have. I mean, I wonder how that does work. Service dogs, because I know it's usually specific for you and your needs, but if you have the same needs as your partner, can like one service dog do both, or is that too much for the dog? I can't keep track of you and you.
Yeah, it's a little too much. You can't multitask.
Too much. I don't know.
I'm
but
licking my ass and taking care of you
oh
fuckers.
my god. So this one, they have 2. So that's a good tip. So this woman reached out and she was like, hey, just to give you, a little bit of feedback, because I was like, yeah, they stay for free, no problem. You put the paperwork on Airbnb. I have nothing to do with it. But she was letting me know that she suffers from severe anxiety, and then so does her husband. And then her husband also has Alzheimer's. So the anxiety is really not good for him.
So she has anxiety from him having Alzheimer's?
Maybe. I think she just has anxiety, and then he has anxiety from his Alzheimer's. So double whammy there.
Yeah.
And then she's also she was letting me know about their dogs. She was saying, both dogs are daddy's angels, and we adopted them. Like, gave me their whole story, and I was like, okay, I believe you. I already believed you. I'm not gonna.
Marley and Bobby seem great.
Yeah,
we get it.
Marley and Bobby, the terrible dogs' names. But we were
Marley
like,
and me.
well, Bobby, I guess.
Bobby.
Our Airbnb in Georgia, we provide pet accessories like dog bowls and beds, and there's
this is the Georgia
toys.
one.
The Georgia one.
Gotcha. Okay.
This one is
I was
Georgia.
like, who's bringing their service dogs to Tulum?
Special guest in Georgia.
Sorry.
Is the title of my Airbnb story.
I see it.
Husbands. So she's like, I see that, it's pet friendly. You have all these things. We don't need any of it. And I will ask you that you put it all away, like lock it up. My dogs can't see it, or it will give them anxiety. So they can't see the bowls, the beds, the other dog. She said, you can keep the lead outside, like the leash, in case we need it. But my dogs are trained and we don't need it. So she was like, make sure you put everything away, and I will follow up to remind you to put everything away. I was like, okay, we don't want anybody having anxiety, so we're not gonna.
See, Bobby is an emotional support dog for Marley.
Yes,
and it's just a cycle.
It
They
is.
just
They
take care
all
of each
like
other.
one.
You think they're emotional support maybe instead of service? Maybe she just said that.
She said service dogs because he is like a
But what service? I mean, I don't really know how they work. Like, I would think, like, if you had anxiety, like, you would use it for emotional support. But I guess you can get it professionally trained then, apparently.
Yeah.
But it's not very trained if it can't see a dog bowl. I mean,
yeah.
like,
Well,
how are you going to be, a service animal if you can't see a leash from somebody else?
Maybe walking into a new home, if you see another dog's stuff and other dogs have used it, then maybe they will have anxiety. I don't know. I'm not arguing with this
Right.
lady.
No, of course.
But I thought it was funny, a little side note, in her whole description of the dogs and like how cute they are and rescued them and blah, 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 all these things. She was like, also, no need to leave any treats or anything for them. All our dogs eat are, like, treat-wise, are veggies and fruits and veggies.
Oh, okay.
Like Quemonito.
They're vegans.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to tell you all about it every time you talk.
I'm sure. Bobby's like, I haven't had a piece of meat in years. Oh my gosh. It's so sad. Anyway, so I think this will answer your next question.
Okay.
So then we're like, oh, no problem. We can accommodate everything. Let us know if you need anything else. She messages back and says, how many doors are in the cabin. I was like, what?
What?
Okay. And then she goes on to say, just so you know, I bring alarms to let me know if my husband tries to go outside with me. So I need to know
Or without me.
Without me.
Yeah.
How many doors are leading to the exterior? Like how many doors lead outside? So that's fun.
That I can
mean,
understand the anxiety.
Anxiety. So she probably has anxiety because her husband might get up in the middle of the night and leave. And then the dogs have anxiety. So it seems like a whole bunch of, it's stressing me out.
Yeah.
But I let her know there's 2, front door, back door. She's like, no problem. I'll bring my little, what an amazing wife. What an amazing wife. Bringing little alarms and all these things for her husband and her dogs and whatever, just trying to go on a vacation.
Yeah.
Then she, it almost made me cry. After all that, I'm like, yeah, no problem. 2 doors. She goes, just so you know, this is like a really special trip for us. We try and go on as many as we can. We're still trying to create as many memories for me to hold on to because he can't anymore.
Oh, that's so sad.
So sad. I was like, oh, give this lady whatever she wants. Just give her the whole place for free.
Yeah, I know, right?
Now, of
Well,
course-
you know, and logically, you take somebody that can't remember anything to the woods.
Yeah.
That seems like a great place.
It's very,
Yeah, no, it's sad. That is sad. Well, it reminds me of the situation down here in Cozumel where that guy that had Alzheimer's or whatever,
Yeah.
and his wife was taken on their last trip, and she went to the bathroom and he wandered off, and they never found him.
I know. You think, I mean, not to, I'm sure that's very hard and whatever, but you think there'd be like a
bell on their neck,
Yeah, or something,
or like a tracker or something.
tie you
Yeah,
to me, or, we put those little tracker things on your dad and mom all the time. I mean,
Yeah.
like you think if you knew there was an issue, you would have had him tied to somebody or I
yeah,
don't know,
tie him down to the
like,
bed
like a dog,
No.
like tie him to a pole. I'll be right back. I'm going
Yeah.
to the bathroom.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But well, at least she's still trying to, take him out to do things
Yeah.
and stuff. I'm
That's
sure.
great. I'm sure they'll have a great
that's sad.
time, and we're gonna make sure they have a special trip.
Yeah, have a good time with Bobby and Marley.
Yes, I love it. Next up, dog is Barbie.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's do a quick getting high with the Hansons, and we'll get out of here.
Perfect. Don't fuck with me.
That is not it.
Get high with the Hansons.
Marley and Bobby aren't here, man.
You know what they would do if they were here?
Don't fuck with me. That's
Be
chopping it up.
That's
That's what
what
I
I-
said to the lady when she was like, I'm mine dog. Don't fuck with me, lady. Big dumb cup.
I forgot I had these
Okay.
these buttons. All right. This is getting high with the Hansons. This was a little bit inspired by this weekend.
Okay.
And more, we don't know what we're talking about, but I was thinking about, when people, like a lot of times parents, not necessarily saying my parents, but parents, they get a little tipsy pretty easily.
Yeah.
You go to like a wine night or something like that, and the old floozies are like, woo, they're just like
Floozies.
hammered.
Oh, please.
Well, they're old, so they're floozies.
Okay.
I mean, they've been around the block, I
I
assume.
mean, definitely as you age, you can't handle the same
Yeah.
booze intake. You can't.
Yeah. But then I also thought about when you're a kid, like the girl throwing up on the fucking sidewalk, that they get drunk super easily.
True.
From my very loose understanding of how the liver works,
Mhm.
it filters out the alcohol. And once it can't do so much, then the alcohol passes through and then you get drunk.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's kind of, I think
yeah.
I'm probably not saying it exactly right,
Yeah.
but that's kind of the idea. So why do do young people get drunk super easy and old people get drunk? You would think,
In the middle is the sweet spot. where
yeah,
we're, like,
but
pounding.
yeah, but like you think being young, you would have like a new fresh liver,
Yeah.
but like when kids in high school and stuff, they get fucking shit faced. Obviously they overdrink.
Yeah.
But like you'd think that their liver would work the best being like a newish organ
Mhm.
rather compared to somebody that's older. Older I guess makes sense because maybe your liver's not working as much or whatever. But why do they get drunk quicker than somebody that's in their like 30s and 40s?
Maybe it has to do with the type of alcohol you're drinking. Because
Yeah.
when you're younger, you're drinking like, I mean, this
Yeah, I
is
guess
gonna
I'm not-
date me 99 bananas
Yeah.
or those types of things, you know, sugary, that kind of shit where you just,
True,
I don't
but
care
they
what age
process
you're in.
sugar stuff better, or they
True.
should.
Or maybe the mixture of different, you're like, oh, I'm drinking Crown, I'm drinking a beer, I'm just having some wine for the first time. And then inevitably you're going to feel like shit because it's a mixture of all these
And I guess
things.
when you're in your 30s and 40s, you typically don't drink like a bottle of Goldschlager between your buddy or some peppermint schnapps.
Not much anymore. Or you're like sticking, you know, oh, I only drink Jack or I drink a couple of these things or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I mainly drink beer and stuff, and it takes a few for me to get like tipsy or even to the point of being drunk.
Yeah.
But I noticed like the older people that we're with and the younger people we're with get drunk a lot quicker. And I know there's like people say like tolerance and stuff like that, but like I'm not like drinking a bottle of vodka and like getting used to that. Like I drink like 4 or 5 beers or something, you know? So I just feel like it's weird that as younger kids, like you think they would have the best liver to like filter all that shit out,
Yeah.
you know? But I don't know.
I mean,
What do you think?
yeah, I would think like the mixture, or I mean, when you're older, you're not handling a lot of things. Even if you eat too much, drink too much,
Yeah.
walk too much, it's
You're like,
too,
oh, I ate a
it's too
cherry and I
much.
shit my pants.
Yeah. I just remember my mom will be like, oh, I can't eat. My doctor told me I can't eat spicy things anymore because my tummy can't take it. She's like, I don't care. Fuck him. I'm
Yeah.
going to do what I want. Like, what? Like, can't eat spicy things anymore because maybe it has something to do with like your stomach lining.
Yeah,
Like wearing
well, I just
down over
assume,
years, or-
your stomach or like your organs aren't working at 100% anymore or whatever.
And then don't you like absorb, like it's absorb things based on like your fat content or like your
Yeah, true. Yeah, it like
BMI
depends
or
on. Yeah,
something.
exactly. Yeah,
Maybe when you're younger, you don't have a lot of fat, and then
true.
when you're older, you really don't have a lot of fat. So maybe in the middle, it's like, oh, I have fat to absorb or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, yeah. If anybody knows that either, let us know. We're full of idiot ideas this episode.
Oh, I looked it up. Do you want to know?
Yeah,
what,
sure.
What Google says?
Yeah.
Younger and older people get drunk easier due to physiological differences that change how alcohol is absorbed and processed. Older adults have less body water, reducing liver function and lower muscle mass, while younger people have smaller body sizes and developing brains that are more sensitive to alcohol's impact.
Hmm.
So,
I guess so. I would
Yeah.
just think maybe that I would think their brain is stronger. So, I mean, because
yeah.
I guess it depends on what age you're talking about. I'm thinking of like 18, 20, 22,
Yeah.
something like that.
I still remember pounding a lot of drinks when I was younger at shots and
Yeah.
all
The
different
difference is
things.
you can recover quicker when you're younger.
Yeah,
so
true.
maybe that's what it is. Like your liver can catch up faster.
Yeah,
And when you're older, not so much.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't drink a lot anymore.
No, yeah. I feel you. All right.
42 hit, and I'm like, where are the beats?
yeah.
Or what did I buy the
Where
other
are the
day?
beats?
I was like, oh, gin. You were like, turn 42 and you're drinking gin and tonic
Yeah.
now. And I'm like, I like it now.
You silly. All right. Well, before we get out of here, I want to say happy birthday to our friend Nancy. We also went to her birthday party this weekend.
Yes, happy birthday, Nancy.
And happy
40th.
Yeah, happy 40th. And then happy Easter to everybody who celebrates it. So
Yes, happy
hope,
Easter.
Hope everybody has a great weekend. We will let you know what we do for Easter. Send in what you guys eat. Maybe we'll make something
How
because
do you say it in Spanish? It's like Feliz Pascual or something?
Yeah,
Feliz Dia de
Pascuales.
Pascuale.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Let's see. Happy
We're Mexican.
Easter in Spanish. Well, I only say it once a year, so I forget.
Yeah.
Felices Pascuales.
Okay. Felices.
Wait.
Felices Pascuas.
Pascuas.
See?
That's what it
Okay,
is.
Pascuas.
Pasquales is like a fucking Italian pizza place or something. So
Pizza.
Felices Pascuas.
Felices Pascuas. I'll be sure to say that to the neighbors.
Yeah, I'll sure to never say
I'll
that.
say
Feliz
it
dia.
Feliz.
All right. If you'd like to support the podcast, buymeacoffee.com/Hansons on hiatus. You can buy some virtual beers. Hansonsonhiatus.com. You got all the links to the merch shop and the podcast. If you have any friends or family you think that would be enjoying the podcast, send them that link, hansonsonhiatus.com. You can also become a monthly Fucky supporter. If you're enjoying the stories and the information and the good times and you want to support the podcast, we'd really appreciate it. Like, follow, share, subscribe, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, iTunes, YouTube Music at Hansons on Hiatus. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, fuckers.
Happy Friday, fuckies.
That's it. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.
Paiiii.